itself said it was removing those NHI one.
Yeah.
But you know, when the issue went to court and the court adjudicated on the matter, the court actually appointed KPMG, an independent institution, to do that work for the EC.
Yeah.
And the court didn't direct the EC, although the law gives the EC the power to do all these things like they're saying. When that issue went to court, the court itself brought in KPMG to do that audit.
That is actually superseding the EC.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm saying the move to bring all the political parties to a room and to a table and to listen.
They are not even ashamed to tell us that you produce a register that had animals and plants. It's only in Ghana that you can say such rubbish and get away with it.
That's what they told you. So I'm saying that posture, we should discourage it, you know. And that move by the Charlotte Osei Electoral Commission was a good move. It's just that the outcome wasn't satisfactory, and so parties had to go to court, and then the Electoral Commission subsequently became subjected to the direct orders of the court and so on. The Electoral Commission should adopt that posture. The NDC, out of the usual suspicion, left IPAC, which is the meeting of the parties and the Electoral Commission. Now they've come back. So I would want IPAC to be meeting regularly between now and the next 2.5 months when we go for the election. Let's say every Wednesday, IPAC will meet. So you don't have things building up. You don't have difficulties building up. You know, if the Electoral Commission can institute a regular meeting on a specific day, that on this day there will be an IPAC meeting, even if there's nothing at all, just to drink cocoa. It will be a good thing. It will be a good thing for the electoral health of our country going up to because it's like when you are in office, then this is good, and when you are out, this is bad. This business of even appointing the Electoral Commission, and we've all talked about constitutional reform. The Constitution, which was written in 1992, gives the power of appointment of the Electoral Commission to the president. Even in 1992, that provision was outdated. Even in 1992. How can the president, who in many material occasions is a player in the election, how do you give him the responsibility of appointing the referee? So even in 1992, that provision was outdated. And yet, we've allowed that provision to stand. And when there was a need for an appointment, John Mahama happily appointed an electoral commissioner. And the same thing has happened. Akufo-Addo to happily appoint the electoral commissioner. Because of that provision. And that is one of the provision, the early provision we should have changed. But we still have it. And so you have an inbuilt conflict. Once it is John Mahama who appointed the electoral commission, the other parties automatically will treat the electoral commission with suspicion, and vice versa. And that's what we are seeing today. But we should move away. Look, Oskuyato mentioned the appointment of somebody who is known to be NPP. That's what they. Yeah. But similar thing happened. You remember? Similar thing happened when somebody with suspicious links to the NDC was appointed to the Electoral Commission. And we looked on. And today is happening. And today is wrong because we are in opposition. You know, so it is time that we move away from it and come to remove the tension. It's just elections. I have no doubt in my mind that after the 2000 elections, the year 2000, where Jerry Rawlings and everybody, you remember a lot of foreigners left the country at that time. After the 2000 elections and we were successful, where even America, you know, that was the year America had a problem with their elections and they had to go to court and so on. After that 2000 elections, I don't believe any election is going to come that we will not be able to conduct successfully. But the tension is unnecessary. Now this is going on demonstration. Now then we had let my vote count, where the hot water was poured on and so on. and then you had all these court actions. It doesn't inure to the electoral health and creates unnecessary tension. And we should sit down and look at all of these happenings over the years and chart a way forward that will make all of this is unnecessary.
Nana, we've been showing this year, this month, and I've even had interviews with others about the devastation being caused by Galamsey. And I think that lately it's been heightened by the Ghana Water Company's statement to the effect that nationwide production is now at 40% from 70%. And the issue with the central region as well. And it appears that, look, we're seeing a lot more videos. There was Tumfo on his recent trip to the central region said he passed by the PRA and what he saw, you know. And so a lot of these issues have come up. Now, we have the Catholic Bishops' Conference, the Christian Council of Ghana, the Pentecostal group in the Church of Pentecost. Yesterday we had Apostolic Fathers, the charismatic leaders. We've had organized labor. We've had the Media Coalition against Galamsey. Almost everybody is now on. The ultimatum that they've given, especially organized labor, is that by the end of this month, September, they expect that government will ban all or ensure the ban of all mining activities in forest reserves and along water bodies. And they asked for two other things. I'm actually getting their full statement on that. The Fourth Estate has also made a publication, and it also shows how many companies have been actually licensed to go into the forest reserves over a relatively short period. Now, the ministry issued a statement 2 days ago as a response to all these concerns. And the ministry says that, well, it is looked at all those issues. And so we actually have the TUC statement there, but this is the ministry statement. And if you look at paragraph 2, that is where the meat is in terms of what the ministry intends doing. And the paragraph 2 says that the meeting adopted additional measures at tackling the age-old national problem of illegal small-scale mining in Galamsey through a comprehensive approach. Government will continue with the dual strategy of reformative measures and strict enforcement. The regional ministers, alongside their respective regional security councils, RECSEC, have been mandated to intensify enforcement actions within their various jurisdictions to contain the incidents of illegal small-scale mining. So, as far as dealing with the issue is concerned, the current issue, the reformative, we are told that a Minerals Commission, but this one, government is saying that is asked the regional ministers and their RECSEC to intensify enforcement actions within their various jurisdictions to contain the incidents of illegal small-scale mining. So this is the response to what everybody else is asking for.
Everybody is asking for what?
Everybody is asking for a cessation of all mining activities, water bodies, forest reserves. They've actually asked for a repeal of the LI, which empowers the president to grant licenses to people to mine in forest reserves. What was passed recently? Yes.
Well, the call for the temporary ban will be useful simply because there is an emergency. Because what we have on our hands is an emergency where the Ghana Water Company has come out to say that we're at a situation where the mining in river bodies, particularly along the Pra Basin, is affecting water supply to people. It's an emergency. So a ban, whether for the next 2 months or for the whatever, whilst that situation is corrected, is something government should look at. Because mining in river bodies itself is illegal.
Yes.
Mining in river bodies is illegal.
Yes.
So it is already banned. So what is needed is the enforcement. And if the enforcement is to reiterate the ban, in which case a clear announcement.
The minister says the regional ministers and their RECSEC have been mandated to enforce.
Because it is illegal to mine in river bodies.
Yes.
So already there's a ban.
Or mine closer to river bodies.
In fact, there's a designation. You have to.
Yes.
You can't mine within like 500 meters or so close to a river body.
No,
so
wash your oil.
It's the enforcement. And you see, the enforcement, maybe that's what the minister means, that the enforcement should be. But I don't know if leaving it to regional ministers in the face of this clear emergency is the kind of response that the nation expects. I think that the nation expects a more robust response. You see, this Galamsey thing, Randy, both political parties, they've done a lot to limit Galamsey. I remember, and you know, this problem about Galamsey started when with the introduction of there used to be small the thing they
artisanal
carry
mining.
artisanal mining. That's how it was carried out, where shovels and spades and that thing they carry on their head and so on to go and wash in some water body. It has been going on for a long time. No worries because of the nature. When heavy machinery, which are supposed to be used underground, were now introduced to surface mining, then it became a problem. And we all remember what John Mahama did in 2013. Set up a task force, a ministerial task force, and give them all the powers to deal with this thing. By 2016, the ministers involved were saying that it's not going to be possible, that we have to have a different approach to fighting. I remember Ayariga issued a statement saying that the impact of the task force and all of that has been questionable, so we have to have a different approach. Akufo-Addo came, the same zeal, made bold statements. We all remember the presidency on the line and so on. And also set up the same task force with the military at the center and the same ministerial task force and all of that. There were some successes in the first 2 or 3 years. But now it looks like we are back to the same situation. And the effect
we
is
are
what
west.
That's probably even worse.
Apart from the Volta River, there's no water
There's no
body.
river.
Yes.
Okay. So major efforts have been made. And you see, this is where partisan politics too rears its ugly head. You look at John Mahama, the efforts he made when he was president, the task force and the military and all the powers given to the task force. Yet in 2020, during the campaign, he was able to tell people that when he comes, if they voted for him, he was going to release people who have been imprisoned for engaging in Galamsey. Now, how do you say that? And that they should vote for him, and when he comes, he would release the people so they can continue their job, the illegal work.
That's what he said.
What did he say?
Because we've had this discussion before, and I played
and what
the
did he
video
say?
of exactly what he said.
What did he say?
What he said is not what you said, what you're saying.
What did he say?
Maybe I get Annie to get us that tape.
Because I also have the video here.
Because it's happened, we've had this before. And I played the video and I showed you that what you had, I don't know the source you got, what you had was doctored. Because I played it. You've forgotten.
Yes,
we had this here.
Okay,
we had this here.
Then play it again because
we had this here.
That's not what he said.
No, I'm surprised. We've had this discussion here.
What did he say?
He said that he is opposed to illegal mining, to Galamsey. First of all, he made that point very clearly. Then he said that those who had been rounded up and jailed, it was important to consider some amnesty for them. particularly as at that time, remember that was when you guys had allowed Aisha Juan to get away, Father Nole Possible, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't understand why foreigners were being asked to get away.
Okay.
And then Ghanaians were being, you know, rounded up.
Yeah.
But he did not say that amnesty will mean that they should return to illegal mining. Something that he has said that he's opposed to. So this your addition, that he said that they should be released to go back and be allowed to engage in illegal mining. I mean, that is the most irresponsible statement any leader can make.
But that is
and,
what.
and,
but
and
that
he
is.
never said that.
But that is what he said.
He never said that.
That is
okay. Just hold on. If that's the video, we'll play it again. Yeah. Let's just play it. Let's play the video.
Mo afana anko jina court, afana anko turum. Mo se on there, uncle ni krom mining. Watch it show mo. What do you want jina court? And the omo call prison. And then make us say, your man wouldn't be at that prison. Say omo ye Galamsey nti. And so ya coaching China niba ono ye Galamsey queen. Ono de mo afana anko jina court. Afana kotum mo se on there onko ni krom and mo jam free oko and so ya mad there omo da efiase ezu ya ba omo chi omo Galamsey no omo atu omo ya be ma omo amnesty no omo asaba Yojidi say, Emrebia omo from ye, omo enu omo ho. Enti yebe yi omo na yama omo another chance. Ebi say yebe yen hihye a ebe ma enyoma ayeye. Ye yi mu ye koye senia ye absese se woka party bi ho ana se wonye nipa bi ene Galamsey no ye mpene ma wonye wo de kotrans na komku na ye party for DC mo ene ho ahwa no omo de Galamsey no omo apene ma omo ye ezu na ne ya ne se obi excavator ya je na e de komo obi foforo na on the odi 2 gold na o de ote ho ente me se me ba excavators I agije free control na ya be jo mo de ni asa de ama omo ezu your university of Takwa your friend University of Mines and Technology UMAT omo chire your school for no send your mining ne kwan so send be ya obi empra anase obi anhre ne kwan enti ye ba district bia ye be bie ejuma a ye de sa school for a omo University of Mines obi owo concession bia o ha ye de on be come ho no ma kire mo kwan a mo de be ye mining no send be ya obi anhre ne kwan anase obi empra ezu na mutu sika kokko ni wie mutu go ni wie a on be kire mo say na mo be piapia anua no akatakata so fefefe na ye duadua egu so say na be ya asase no ebe ye yie bi ezu.
Okay, so gentlemen, that's the full take.
Clearly.
Yes.
Clearly.
You owe John Mahama an apology.
No, let Nana
But
speak.
he's saying exactly what I said he said. Clearly, the video has been played.
Do you have some list
Now
of
he said that he will free the people who had been arrested and prosecuted and jailed for Galamsey because
Aisha Juan
was deported. A foreigner
was allowed to go.
In John Mahama's time, there were hundreds of deportations of Chinese. Hundreds. So what was he talking about there? Hundreds of deportations between 2013 and 2016. And the minister himself said so. I'll give you the evidence. Now, even if Aisha Wang or some Chinese had been deported, and you thought that was wrong, so you say that so all the other people who have been taken through the law, they will be freed. Is that a responsible statement? That you say that Samuel Kujeto has committed the wrong, he was freed, so you two are free. Is that responsible?
So is that all you heard? All you
Now,
heard him say?
I haven't finished. Then he says, he's also said that he will free them because he believes they have repented.
They have learned lessons.
Yes. I believe they have repented.
Okay.
So I will give them a second chance. Randy. And then I'll give them back their excavators. When you go and speak to people as part of your campaign message, what are you doing? What are you doing? And beyond what John Mahama said, you had NDC.
No, are you done? Are you done with what he said?
Yes, yes.
How can you be done?
I'm just saying that what you said, what you accused me
so
of,
you
that's exactly what
so
John
you
Mahama said.
So you didn't hear. That's all you didn't hear
you
the bit about the University of Mines and Technology.
Did you
coming
hear
to do responsible mining to teach them how to, because mining is legal when you have a license, when it is done properly. We are against illegal mining. That's what Galamsey is about. Irresponsible mining, mining in water bodies, in forests.
So you can come in.
You heard him.
Let me finish.
No, I mean, don't do this.
I'm saying to you, I'm happy you played it.
Yes.
Because I thought he was going to not say the things that I said he said. He said the things that I said. He told the people that I'll free you because some other people have been deported. And I'm saying in his time, he deported hundreds of Chinese. So to say that some deportation was wrong, he should have acknowledged that he himself deported some people. And how do you stand on that?
He never filed a nolle prosequi. He never instructed his attorney general.
Can I finish? How do you stand on that? Even if the deportation of Chinese was wrong, is the remedy to free other people who have also fallen foul of the law? Is that a responsible remedy? And you heard him also say that he's going to free them because he believes that the people have repented. And so they should be freed, so he'll give them a second chance. Is that a responsible statement? You want to fight Galamsey? Is that a responsible statement?
Yes. So
and then I'll give them the excavators and so on. And then you couple that with what NDC...
Nana, just try and go beyond that and end what he said. He went on further.
Okay, what did he say?
Well, you didn't watch. How come you heard what you have said, but you didn't hear the others?
Because what he said doesn't affect the substance of what I'm saying.
So you didn't hear him say that there is a university, UMAT,
yes,
where they have people with the expertise, and that they are going to bring those people for the people to teach them how to engage in responsible mining. And that even when they are done with the mining and they have taken the gold out, they will show them how to do reclamation and planting to ensure that whatever holes and whatever are done. You didn't hear that?
But Randy,
yes,
if John Mahama had stopped there,
where?
At what you are saying, the last bit that he said, that I am going to organize instructions in responsible mining, so that your mining doesn't fall foul of the law.
Yes.
Why? Today, that's what everybody is saying, that we'll teach them responsible mining.
But didn't you hear him say that?
Are you denying what I said he said?
No, please.
That he will free the people. Let's leave it like this.
Nana, please. When we had this thing, you had a tape. You asked me to play the tape. And I played that tape. And the tape ended. Hold on. The tape that you gave me, that I played that day, it ended at where he said that he would release the excavators to them. It was the following week that I was actually giving this tape, which extended beyond that and played the part where he spoke about UMAT and responsible mining and reclamation. And I then had to play this tape. And I even told you that, Nana, you misled me to play a tape that they do not actually do justice to what the man said. This is the full tape. You and I were both on the program, I think with Sami. So what the tape that you had, that you gave me and I played, was a tape that ended at I will release excavators. The following week, then we played the full tape. Now, in also speaking to this issue, you still stopped at the issue of release of excavators. Even when I've played this tape, you still ended your analysis at I will release excavators.
Okay. I am talking not to my tape. I'm talking to the tape you just played.
Yes.
In the tape you just played, I hear him telling the people at the second part of his age that I would teach you responsible minding.
Yes, I'll bring people
But I also heard him say that he will free people who have been jailed because he believes they have repented.
Yes.
And that some people too should have been jailed, the people were not jailed.
Yes.
Yes. And that because he believes people have repented, he will give them a second chance. How do you say that? How do you say that? If you are just saying, look, when I come, I'll teach you responsible minding, that will be fine. In fact, that is what all the other people, all the other political actors were saying. But you go and tell them that I'll give you amnesty because somebody was deported. And I'll give you amnesty because I believe your people have repented so that they can get a second chance. What are you saying? And then you have his party people, the Kujato's collaborators, as NDC executives, going round Galamsey sites and telling the people that they should vote NDC in the elections. This is a couple of days to the elections. That when they vote NDC, you would come and legitimize their work. And that this chap who is standing here, he was the one in charge of allocating land for Galamsey. And when you vote for us, he's the same person that will vote for, will go there. So I've brought him here so he can know you. And then when you vote for him, we'll give you land to do Galamsey. So what is that? National executives of the NDC.
So Nana, assuming that what you have said is the case, is that the reason why we have what we have today?
No, I haven't said that.
Okay. Now,
I'm just saying that.
Now, have you seen regional ministers today? Regional ministers.
Which of them?
The Western regional minister.
What's his name? Okay, you go.
The Western regional minister and your parliamentary candidate.
What are they saying?
Meeting miners. It's a video we showed yesterday. I showed them. Meeting miners.
And telling them what?
And telling the miners about the fact they in fact announced, confirmed that they have removed the soldiers, all those operations, waiting. They have stopped all that. And it's to enable them do their work. And that they are setting up platforms that the regional minister and the MCE and everybody will be on. And at any time that anybody comes to seize their stuff or whatever, they will be able to contact them immediately to get everything released to them.
If it says so, that can also not be right. That can also not be right.
These are the people who the minister says they should go. That is the government's plan of dealing with the Galamsey. These are the people that's the video. These are the people. These are the people that the minister says they should go and enforce.
Okay, I beg you, let me listen to it.
Yakase, baby, I will hear my name. The person first and foremost, meaning I will teach you say, we are not against mine. Rather, we want to support you to mine. Sisi Ayekase, offer Operation Vanguard, Operation Hot, Operation Galamsey. Jabaino, yes, sisi, the stop war. The stop war. Stop war. Yeah, the person who you are not here says, the son said, the person, mine, we ye, and Untina. Yakase, baby, I will hear mine in Yano. Ye will cadester, fine. No, I letter to so, no, dear man, MC, I a friend of your committee there from district mining committee.
Oh, that's your PC2. He's the one who was invited by the police after this thing came up.
Oh, you so dedicated. Too much but you go through what? Why are you and shut a beer show? Oh, yes. So, ọba bẹpẹtiri mu akọ ẹna yaka sẹ authority a ọdẹ yẹ edwuma sẹ makyerɛ yagye afiri nsɛm nti ɔno yɛ illegal na ɔbɛte hɔ a ɔno nso yɛ illegal nti nso ti hɔ ase bɛbɛ mo nyinaa gyina ne sɛ mo nyinaa ɔmo bɔ ɔdwuma no ba baasa obi bɛba sɛ ɔyɛ sogya yi keke nti pie too much pie bɛtu control word ɔyɛ ɔde ɛdeɛ ɛhwɛ akadeɛ hyɛ ɔno ɔbɔ wa oyi mo nko ndɔba mɛba wo ɔyɛ.
Nana?
We are there?
Yes.
I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing this video. But Randy, the point I'm making stands.
Which is?
That when we politicians, we do anything that will be seen by people engaged in illegal mining to be an encouragement. We ourselves stab ourselves in the back in the fight against Galamsey. Because we politicians, we are the people supposed to control this. And so when you make statements that can be seen as an encouragement, it has to be condemned.
Nana, what's difficult about enforcing the law? We have elected a government. Enforce the law. What is difficult about that?
I agree with you that we should, I mean, we should enforce them. Let me make a quick statement about the mining in forest reserves. I've never understood. It was a law passed by Parliament. I've never understood the reasoning behind it. And I'm going to look for the reasoning behind it. Because when you say a forest has been reserved, it means the people whose land has been taken over as a reserve, they can't go and farm cassava.
No. No.
Why?
They can.
No.
Why? They can.
You can't.
In this particular context, we are speaking about mining.
No, I'm talking of a forest reserve.
Okay.
The people whose land have been taken as a forest reserve,
they can't use it for any
They
purpose.
themselves cannot go in there to farm cassava and pepper.
Yes.
Now, if you reserve a forest, because you want to preserve the integrity of that forest, and so you don't allow farming for cassava, how do you allow mining? Mining. So that law that Parliament has passed, I don't know the reasoning behind it. You know, we should quickly. But this river bodies thing is illegal. In fact, the law says that you cannot farm within a certain distance.
Cannot mine.
Sorry, you cannot mine in the sense of a river. So, like you are saying, it's enforcement because the law is already there. We've tried from 2013 to 2016. We've tried from 2017 to today. And the situation now is come to the extent where we can't get water. So, government has to be, the people themselves who are doing this, they should stop. Because they are, I don't think they meant to deprive people of water. But their actions are deprive people of water. And government is duty bound to reverse the situation quickly on an emergency basis. And we politicians, trying to take political advantage and speaking from both sides of our mouth, telling people we've done this so you can go ahead and it doesn't help.
Right.
Because then we subject the Galamsey to political football.
Right. Yes. Sorry.
This Galamsey matter.
Randy, there's a video I need to show you about the Hohoi. I was looking for it. I couldn't get it. Ameru's when he was going to file.
Okay.
The crowd.
Okay.
Doc, Nana Komi has already
Maybe
taken...
send it to Annie.
To make him
Okay.
more.
Nana has already taken 80% of our time.
No, it's
today.
okay. Just
And
go.
so,
80% today.
yes, of our time. So
Today.
Yes.
Randy?
Yeah, it's been virtually a
I
monologue.
disagree
So
with Sam. So.
It's been virtually a monologue. So
Then
allow
let him
me...
withdraw.
So
No, I said
allow
I
me
disagree
to-
with him. Let him go.
The point I'm making is that I would not
I've taken
accept-
80%
I would
of the
not
discussion
accept
time
any
today.
more
Okay.
interjections, please.
Okay. All right.
Doc, this Galamsey matter, if there is any issue that is so consequential, is so crucial, it is this matter. We face an existential threat. What is happening is mass murder. So as for me, I don't even have a second to engage in the usual political bantering. We have elected a government.
That's a change.
We have elected a government. The government has all our resources, controls the army. There is a commander-in-chief. There is an IGP. There is a national security apparatus. There are heads of MISEX, DISEX, RECSEX. This existential threat, there must be no time for which opposition leader has said what or has said that. Because lives are at stake. Have you listened to the doctors? As we speak, apparently, more than 60% of the kidney diseases in Ghana today is not because people are abusing substances or are engaging in, if you like, alcoholism. It turns out that decent people, a lot of them don't even drink. They've never touched alcohol before. But it's because of just water they thought they are drinking to survive, to be alive. They have ended up with kidney diseases. They need dialysis. Something that should never have happened to them. Pregnant women, as we speak, are delivering and they have had to be traumatized with deformed babies. This is what we are discussing. Babies being born with deformities. 12 fingers, 17 toes. All kinds of weird babies being born. All our river bodies, except the Volta River, gone. Totally contaminated. Totally destroyed. There can be no other issue. I mean, we are just on a clear and unmistakable path to our cemeteries. Mass murder on a suicidal mission. That is what this matter is about. So this is not a matter that we joke with or we make light of at all. Because you sit in Accra, you think that you are far away from the Tano River or from the Pra River. The water you are drinking, all of this water we come here, you give us. Do we know what is in it? The remnants of lead, of mercury, of cyanide that may be left in this water that we are drinking, getting cancer. And the worrying thing about cancer is that you won't know immediately. It will take years, many, many months before you get to know that water you drank. So, why are we killing ourselves? And why is it that those we have given all our resources to, those we have given every privilege to protect us, are making excuses? If there is some opposition leader in your way, grab that opposition leader, get them out of your way, and protect us, save our lives. That is what is at stake. We are dying We are dying. You saw the statement from the Ghana Water Company. They are saying that they can't even find the water to process. They say in the next 2 to 3 years, they didn't say 20 years, next 2 to 3 years, if Ghana, we want water to drink, we have to import. We may be forced to import water. And who can live, who can survive without water? That is the severity of the matter. It is no joke at all. That is why this morning, I am so appalled, I'm so disgusted, that when all of these groups, and let me salute the Ghanaian people, right from the Christian Council of Ghana, the Apostolic Fathers, the National Muslim Conference, led by the Chief Imam, UTAC, GIBA, SINESA, Ghana Bloggers Association, Ghana Institute of Architects, GMA, UNOWA, STEWU, Galamsey Action Group, NUCS, and the rest. Many, many groups, I have lost count, who are demanding a state of emergency. I could not believe my ears when I heard the lands minister say that, oh, those calling for state of emergency, it is too far-reaching, it is too draconian. To quote him verbatim, I was shocked. So what is he waiting for? We should all be dead? When we die, at our mass burial, when we are all gone, that is when you know that this matter, we cannot even wait a second.
So he believes that they can contain the
you cannot contain
issues.
Look,
with Rexec and the regional ministers. They don't need anything else.
Look, many Ghanaians have been asking, why is it that we have these same regional ministers, we have these same DCs? Galamsey is going on right at their backyards. In the Etiwa matter, right behind the police station, Etiwa police station in Etiwa East, right behind the police station. I've seen the videos. Right behind the police station, there is a police commander. The question we are asking is that, why is it that in this Galamsey fight, nobody has been fired? Nobody. The Otumfuo, God bless his soul, one of the leaders I have so much respect for, he is distooling his chiefs. Otumfuo. We haven't voted for Otumfuo. We haven't given our national resources to Otumfuo. Otumfuo is not the commander-in-chief. He is not the national security minister. Otumfuo is firing, distooling his chiefs who are complicit. And yet President Akufo-Addo has not dismissed one DC. One. Not even suspension, that you go home for 1 week. There's too much Galamsey in your district. Just go home for 1 week as some measure by a leader who is truly appalled to serve as a deterrent to other political actors, people in position who are supposed to protect all of us. So what we are seeing is because of a total failure in leadership. Leadership which is cruel, which is negligent, which is so wicked and doesn't care about the people. They simply don't care. If Otumfuo can go as far, and you know what it means to distool a chief, the disgrace. These are royals. They are being distooled. Then you, MMDC, you are supposed to serve us. Nobody. The regional minister who was caught on tape saying that there's no Galamsey. Meanwhile, you go through our parliamentary records. We haven't been told that these things have been stopped. We are actually voting money for Galamsey. So where is the money going to? Why did they come to us in parliament to approve money for all of those operations the Western Regional Minister is telling us that they have stopped? And you have a reckless, mindless parliamentary candidate who says that attack the soldiers. If they try to stop you, it is an illegality. And when the Ghana Armed Forces had to speak to that matter, they issued a generic statement advising everybody that stop attacking the military. Shocking. We are where we are because leadership has failed. And clearly, when you listen to the lands minister, they don't even get it. They don't see the threat. And I'm not surprised. Look, Doc, you'll be shocked to hear this. So, Doc, I've been doing some work analyzing the Ghana mining repository. It's an open source data. Will you believe it that in the midst of all of what we are discussing, this Galamsey threat, the way mining is out of control, one would have thought that those in charge will at least stop issuing new licenses. Because all the environmental activists are adding them, that there is no difference. Those who are doing the pollution, the contamination, there's no difference between the small-scale legal miners and then the small-scale illegal miners. There's no difference. They are all engaged in the pollution. One would have thought that there will be some suspension in the issuance of licenses. Will you believe that it is now that licenses are even being issued more than ever before? Can you believe that? This year alone, between January and September, as many as 70 licenses have been issued.
70.
70. Can you believe that? It's all, go and look into the Ghana mining repository. 70 this year. Between now, September, this month, and August, 38 licenses have been issued.
In 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
38.
38. Indeed, on one day, September 4, they issued 12. I have all the data.
For what, Galamsey?
For small-scale mining.
Okay.
Some of them forest reserves. Small-scale mining. I would have thought that, look, with this crisis on our heads, at least as for new licenses, they'll suspend it. They haven't.
But once Dr. Kat, but Randy, you and
please,
you have
please.
the mining man.
Yesterday was
yeah, you can write it down. So, Doc, the analysis I have done.
How about your executives going around?
Between 2009 and 2016, when you go into the mining repository, Ghana mining repository, this is the 2009-2016 record from Professor Mills to John Mahama. The issuance of small-scale mining leases. Only 56. 56.
In 8 years.
In 8 years. I decided to do same for 7.5 years. This is it. You see how fat it is. You see how fat it is.
How many?
1,503. 56 against 1,503. Same
Where
period.
did you get this document?
Yes, this is a download from the Ghana repository,
okay.
the Ghana mining repository.
Maybe
Ghana
the gold prices are encouraging
what
more
is going
people
on? Look at how thick it is. Look at how thick. Over 1,500. This year alone, they've done 70. Just 2 months, they've done 38.
Of new licenses?
New licenses.
By your friend?
I mean, so what's going on? What's going on?
The one you have.
Your appointee.
This is approved by the Minister for Lands under the law.
Okay.
Yes, you go through the mining
Minerals
commission.
They don't.
They don't give license.
Yeah,
No,
they don't give.
The license is by the minister.
It's by the minister. Acting.
The minister responsible. That's the
yes,
law.
that's the law.
Really?
Mining, yes, mining leases.
Can you believe that?
Issued by the minister.
1,503.
That's the law.
The Minerals Commission don't issue licenses at all.
No, they will make recommendations.
No, they make recommendations. You know, 1,503. This is it against 56
new licenses.
new licenses. Can you believe that? And you see,
No, but if they were all engaged in ethical mining,
They are not.
there will be nothing wrong.
but we know they are not.
It will,
We
it
are
will,
not.
be, it will just be an expanding.
I heard Erastus Donko
Yes.
say that look, there is no difference. It's on this show.
Yes.
There's no
Yes,
difference.
yes,
The league, so-called legal people. And you see, I'm doing some work. The revelations. Watch out for the next few days.
Okay.
The people who are behind.
The fourth
Who are
estate
doing
has
this?
done.
Behind the what?
I've seen the fourth
The fourth
estate
estate
work,
has done
but,
some.
But yes, but
Yes,
it's
some.
not deep. They just scratch the surface.
Yeah. If you look at the fourth estate, and if any will even put it,
They
out,
just
put out
scratch the
some people in government who actually
Yeah.
this is respect
Yeah.
to forest reserves.
Forest reserves.
Who are
And do you
the-
know?
who are
And do you
the-
know that?
whose companies
Do you know that?
have been give granted licenses to go into forest reserves?
So do you know that?
So this is the fourth estate, which was put out by Joy News. Joy News, their source was the fourth estate. So this is what Joy News put out as a result of the fourth estate's expose. So these are companies that have been granted licenses to go into to mine in forest reserves. Yeah.
And do you know that when there was a lot of complaint about Akunta mining, I see one to me there, Bosi Akun. Are you aware, Doc, that when you go into the Guinea mining repository, he has a second license which will expire in 2051. 2051.
What's wrong with that?
The earlier one was 2031.
What's
This
wrong
one
with
will go. So the point I'm making is that if we don't rise up and stop these things, it's going to continue for a long time. Some of these people who are mining in places they should not, they have license to do it up to 2051. Look, this matter of Galamsey, Doc, you'll be shocked to know the people who are behind it. And as I said, in the coming days, the revelations will be mind-boggling. Some of them are the very people who are supposed to be protecting all of us. Look, there can be no more delay. The president who put his presidency on the line, and
He said he will.
we in the caucus, in the NDC caucus, we have started discussing. This president must be impeached. He put his presidency on the line. What he has
He said
done,
he is prepared to put.
Yes.
He didn't put.
well, it's all semantics. He told us that he is not going to allow this. It will not happen under his watch. The situation has become worse. Even as we are speaking now, they are still granting licenses. When all the activists have said that, look, it's so chaotic, it's so messy out there. There's no difference between what the so-called licensed legal people are doing and what the illegal people are doing. What is the rational thing? What will any responsible leader do? You at least.
So at least
at least some moratorium.
granting
At
new
least,
licenses.
yes. But it is now it is. Look, if you do the breakdown analysis, and I noticed that in election years it goes high. 2020, they issued 780 new licenses.
The year we had COVID.
Yes. Oh, it was busy.
During COVID.
That was a historic year. Oh, I'll give you the data. 780.
We were mining during COVID.
Oh, go into the Ghana repository database. It's an open source data. 780, 2020. When they say all of us, let's stay home and COVID is coming.
They were
let's
issuing
stay home.
licenses.
780.
And you say all these licenses.
Meanwhile,
all these were issued by who? The minister.
the minister.
No, the
And it's your
licenses are
government.
signed by the minister.
It's signed by the minister.
That's the law.
780. Can you believe that? If you look at from what has been going on from 2023 coming here, we are talking about 390 from 2023 to now.
From last year.
Yes, from last year. What is going on? What is going on? Meanwhile, look at where we were. 2009, only 3. 2010, only 3 licenses. 2011, only 4. 2012, only 7. 2013, only 5. 2014, only 7. 2015, only 4. 2016, 23. A total of 56. But now, 1,503. When elections are approaching now, it's a bonanza. Free for all.
They said September 4th. On that day, how many licenses?
12. On September
On the
4.
day.
On the day, one day, 12. September 4. 12.
And you said you got
then later in September.
Where did you get this done?
The Ghana it's online.
It's online.
It's online. Yes. I'll give you. I'll share the website with you. Ghana.revenuedevelopment.org. It's a well kept data. Except that they've started, because there's interest now. They have started altering. They've started removing certain phone numbers. You know,
The Fourth Estate
Yes.
claims that after
Yes.
the expose,
Yeah.
the Minerals Commission has removed some data.
Yes.
That's a claim by the Fourth Estate. Yes.
Yeah, and it's accurate. I've noticed that. But let me serve notice that it's an exercise in futility.
You have downloaded them already.
I've downloaded everything. I have everything on that website, hard copy. So no matter the altering, it's too late. We have everything. You know. So look, what is going on in our country? One would have thought that at least with all of these groups speaking, everybody up in arms, at least you will suspend the issuance of new licenses. So look, the demand for a state of emergency is a legitimate one. And all of us will join the protest that organized labor and all recognized groups associations, the clergy, the apostolic fathers, all of them, what they are calling for. We will all join that demonstration if the president doesn't wake up from his slumber. Okay. They should stop issuing new licenses. They should declare a state of emergency. All mining should just stop now, immediately.
All mining?
Yes.
Even if they are not forest reserves and water
stop,
bodies?
so that you are not accused of discrimination. Everything should stop. Because
that one would affect legitimate companies that have made serious investments.
That's why we are talking about
state of emergency. Can't we restrict it to water bodies, around water bodies and forest reserves? We can easily do that.
Do you know that a lot of these licenses they've issued very problematic? If you look at the Akunta mining, that's what it is, right? When you look at the map, the cadastral location, they are mining right there in the Tano River. It's here. Look at the map. It's there. The concession enters the river, the Tano River. It's here. So what is legitimate about this? They and the officials giving them these licenses are complicit. So look, we need a state of emergency declared. They should stop issuing new licenses immediately. This business of new licenses in election years must stop. People should be sincere. People should look. Money cannot be everything. Okay. Money cannot be. Look, the greed has to stop.
Yeah. Randy, I mean, in a minute, where we are now with the Galamsey, definitely something must give, and there's no doubt about that. And I expect that the government will be alive to its responsibility on this matter. You know, sometimes we also fight that. I thought Samuel Kujete, you nearly broke your glass, thumping on your glass and so on.
No, but this is
but we are all talking.
I mean, yesterday I lost my cool.
But we are not breaking your glass, Samuel Kujete. But when he was going, I thought he would also say something about the way we politicians fuel this thing. But he didn't. But you know,
you want to invite me to that this week? Did you hear your running mate? Did you hear Napo talk about they are going to return excavators?
No, that's fake.
As for that one, you didn't hear.
No, it's fake. It's fake. It's an AI.
They issued
TikTok. But let me finish.
But the statement.
Nana, is that a video is fake?
Have you read the statement?
It's not.
I heard it's fake.
I'll play it to you. It's not fake.
No, it's not.
No. I'll play it to you. It's not fake. It's not fake.
Fifi Boafu statement is here. The 11 September 2024.
I'm saying that all politicians, we should stop playing political game with this. Then, you know, I remember when those days the president was really upset about this thing. You know,
when he said he was upset.
Yes, I mean, when he put in the measures to fight.
Well, it's turned out that he was pretending to be upset.
No, because you remember we were even accusing him of being draconian. You remember? You know, because he said excavators and equipment should be bent on site. And we even thought that was too draconian. I don't know if people attempted to take him to court and so on. But now what we have on our hands is an existential problem. We need to deal with it. Now your hometown, Galamsey.
Yes.
Today the president is commissioning the Jamestown Harbour.
Okay.
When you have time, pass through.
All right. Okay.
Share a drink.
Okay.
Doc,
I'll go there tomorrow, Sunday.
It's a shame. I wanted to give you some exclusives.
On what?
It's a shame we didn't have time to discuss the national embarrassment. You people just can't stop disgracing us.
What has happened again?
CAF.
But
Declaring Ghana.
you know football more than
declaring Ghana a country without a home base, a pitch of FIFA standard.
I gotta go.
I mean, you are not going anywhere. Nana, stay. You are not going anywhere. You are not dressed for a funeral.
Next week we can.
You are not going anywhere.
Just in 30 seconds.
I mean,
because up next is the sports program. In 30 seconds.
No. It's not a good situation.
How come the Republic of Ghana, from Gold Coast to Ghana, as we speak today,
this has never happened.
We have no venue. This is not for a tournament. Not for a tournament. Not for a final match. Just to play qualifiers. We don't have one single one.
Yeah.
And Ghana, the Republic of Ghana will have to play its matches outside. Yeah. You know what's going to happen? Even Samatex and Nswatreman, who are playing the second round, the Champions League and the Confederations Cup, if they were to qualify into the group stage, the games they are playing now, if they were to qualify, they will have to play outside Ghana.
Goodness. My
No,
goodness.
it's
My goodness.
it's a situation.
And I talked about intercepting documents.
The man has asked me a question.
I have documents.
Now here's the chap who's accusing me of speaking 80%.
Can I?
And you asked me a question. The
Can I
man
speak?
has asked me a question.
I introduced the topic, and I'm
But
saying,
the man-
that I have
Chairman,
intercepted.
the man is.
Look,
This is
I have
what you go and do.
intercepted documents here where these people,
Yes.
Nana Komia and his
Government.
conspirators,
Yes.
they have spent so much of our money
Yes.
on so-called
Randy, you
renovation.
asked me a
renovation.
question.
Yes.
And you,
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Sami,
Oh my
hold on
goodness.
1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Yes, Nana, so answer
what
the
is
question.
this
Nana,
That's
Nana,
your
answer the
strategy.
question.
It's so-
No, I asked him.
I thought
asked
he
him.
said he had a
No,
funeral.
I asked him the question. Nana,
He
yes.
claims he has a funeral.
No, it's
Suddenly,
okay,
when
it's okay.
I'm speaking,
It's okay, Sami.
he no
It's
longer
okay.
has
Nana,
a funeral.
Randy
Nana,
asked
yes,
me, I
yes,
said
Nana.
I have a funeral.
Yes.
I must go.
Yes, Nana.
Then Randy said 30 seconds.
Yes.
And Randy asked me a direct question
Yes.
about the state of
Yes. Yes.
And you let me speak.
Yes. Yes.
Meanwhile, 4 seconds ago, he was accusing me
Yes.
of speaking 80%.
Okay.
But you won't let me speak.
Nana, address us as a
I
former
mean,
footballer.
yeah. The man has even made me lose my.
No, please tell us.
What kind of
I mean,
behavior is this?
how come?
Yeah, but what
The
kind of
Republic
behavior?
of Ghana.
It's your behavior. You don't want me to
I mean,
speak.
Randy, it's a sorry situation, and it must be corrected very quickly. It's a sorry situation. I mean,
Okay.
Once again.
we must urge the authorities to feel sad about this.
I mean, that Ghana, it is not a war matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Not
Yeah.
war. Not that
Yeah.
we are at war.
Yeah. I mean,
Now, can I go?
Look,
So,
these
because I have a
guys.
funeral to go
Look,
to.
No, listen.
December,
Maybe he's going to mention on them.
look, December 7th.
The man won't let me speak.
We must not miss the opportunity.
He said they've done what
About
to
what?
renovations.
To
He said they've done what
get
to
rid of
renovations.
this disgraceful.
He said they've done what to renovations.
Look, documents have
And
intercepted.
bring in who?
Documents have intercepted.
Yes.
Shows that year after year
Yes.
we have been paying so much
Yes.
for renovations. So much.
Renovations
Please,
of
please.
what?
Of our stadia. I have here this interception of 22.4 million cedis paid to a company called Cook Bay. And interestingly, there has to be an Oforiata owned by Kelvin Oforiata, Cook Bay, to rehabilitate the Accra Sports Stadium. 22.4 million was paid.
When?
This Accra Sports Stadium.
When?
This one is 27 February 2020.
2020.
Yes. Then I have another one.
At that time, we were just about COVID.
Yes,
We just were
after the
declaring
COVID year, after the COVID year, a lot of things happened. You know, COVID. You were the one who was isolating, you know, staying away. You know,
People were working.
sleeping.
No.
People were working very hard.
No, the COVID
You know.
time we're here. We just had our mask on. We're
We
working.
went off a bit.
The
We went
COVID
off a
time.
bit.
Really?
So,
We went
But
off
when
a
was
bit.
the time we came here with our mask?
so Accra Sports Stadium.
The COVID time, the 1 year COVID time, we didn't come
But
here.
we came.
So why is the man saying
After a
we
few
came?
months.
Nana Komia strategies. Oh.
So
When he
which way
says
again?
something and you point out the truth,
which way
then he
again?
says
So
that-
Accra Sports Stadium, first interception, 22.4 million. Then there is rehabilitation of Esipon Stadium, second D. This is 21st August 2023.
Esipon.
Esipon,
in second D.
second D. Esipon, 40.7 million. 40,755,000.
Something happening as Esipon.
But we have paid. This is it. I have all the payment vouchers, the release of funds.
40 million.
40.7 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Then Baba Yara, which is now in the news.
Yes.
27th March 2020.
At that time, we had declared COVID.
COVID, yes. But COVID didn't affect our releases.
But COVID time, we were working.
An amount of
We
21.1
stayed only
million
3 weeks.
was released by Ken Oforiata to a company called Javkier Limited to go and renovate the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. If you look at the figure, putting all of this together, we spent about 84.3 million. That is just on the recent phases, phase 3 of so-called renovations.
This
Where,
phase 3.
where did the money go? By the time we add phase 1, phase 2, you watch out in the coming days.
But listen, fortunately for us, Randy,
What do people
You
do
are
with
the-
all
you
of
are-
this
you
money?
are-
So
you are the-
money
no,
is going to solve the problems, but
Yes.
the problems never get solved.
But-
the money is gone, and then you bring such international embarrassment upon our country.
fortunately for us, Randy, Sami Okujeto, as you reminded, you drew attention, is the chairman of
Assurances. Yes.
and it's within your responsibility.
I became chairman when the horses have bolted.
Chairman, please add this to your field trips.
No, seriously. No, but this.
So you said nothing is going on at Esipon?
I don't know.
40.7.
No, I'm sitting here. I don't know.
He's sitting like
Maybe
go and find out.
I don't know.
And then bring the people to your public assurances committee and said you spent so by this document at this date. We haven't seen any way. I mean, that's the way you can serve.
So response guys, please take over.
They just
Take
traumatize
over.
you. They just traumatize you.
So now the ball is in your court.